everyone. I appreciate there's not as much space as last time. We're in my new room. I'm going to have to find a setup where you can actually all see me, but at least for now you don't really need to see the lower half. We're not doing anything with that except sitting on a chair with legs about hip width apart, hip width, feet flat on the ground, not crossed, don't like this, no, hip width. You want to sit on the edge of your seat, not way back in your seat. Ideally, if you can't, do what you need to do. Sit back in the seat, get a cushion, lounge back on a sofa, lie down in the bed. Whatever you need. So yeah, hip width, I've said that about 25 times now. Hands on the abdomen, yes, just below the navel. One palm over the other. We'll start as we did last time with some abdominal breathing, which I need because I'm in a bit of a... It's hot and I'm a bit overexcited. So, if we close our eyes, just take some breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. See if you can feel your belly rising and falling. Don't try and force it. Don't try and push your belly out and suck your belly back in. Just see if the movement naturally falls down there, because most of the time we wind up breathing shallowly in our chest, but let's try and consciously direct the breath downwards and try and have those be slow and deep breaths. I'll just stay here for a moment. Okay, open the eyes. Would have liked to stay there a bit longer, but I'm conscious of not making this too long after last time saying do a 10-minute session and then it was 25 minutes. So, moving swiftly on in what's hopefully still a relaxing fashion. Spinal cord movement. It's important to move the spine in the various ways it can go. What ways can it go? Side to side, like so. Sort of forward and backwards in an arching and curling situation, and then twisting times. So we'll start with arching and curling. What we'll do, prayer position at the heart. We're going to breathe in, arch the back slightly. I need to come forward, this door's in the way. Arch the back slightly, bring the shoulder blades together at the back, and then exhale, bring the hands together and round the spine. Inhale. Arch the back, push the bum out a bit if you feel so inclined. Exhale, bring the hands back in, curl the back. Do a few rounds of that. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, this is all through the nose. Exhale. One more go. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now, do a bit of a spinal twist. We'll do a slightly different one to last time. Last time we just sort of turned ourselves round a relatively vertical axis, like so. This time, take the legs slightly wider. You can't see where they are. My legs are kind of like this, with the toes pointed out so that your knees are tracking over your toes. You're going to bring your hands onto your thighs and lean forward slightly in the chair. And we're going to press off of your right hand first, doesn't matter which one, whatever, you do you. Press off of your right hand and rotate to the side. Just gently twisting the spine. Don't really go for it. Don't hurt yourself. No. Just a gentle twist. We're not trying to do like a full exorcist 360 rotation here. Come back to the centre. Push off from the other hand, whichever one it is, left, I don't know. Here we go, this way. You should just feel a gentle bringing out of the spine. Back to the centre. More go, just for shits and giggles. There we go. And back. Press off the other hand. And back. Nice. Bring the legs back to hip width. And what are we doing? Dog wags its tail. You don't need, a tail is not a prerequisite for this exercise. So what we're just going to do, just side bend to one side. Just gently. Try and maintain integrity in the spine. Don't like fully flop over, because then you'll like do yourself a mischief. Just sort of gently bend to one side. And sit up, but gently bend to the other side. Then we're going to flow between these side bends. Try and create a bit of a wave-like motion in the spine. So you're kind of leading the lower portion of the spine and the head moves last. You can bring the arms into it if you want and make figure eights. You don't have to. You can just, it feels nice. You can just stick to this movement. Down. Here we are, straight spine. What's next? Purging. Right, so purging exercises in Qigong. Often you do breathing in through the nose and out through the nose to circulate energy with purging. Get some energy out, so you want to exhale through your mouth and exhale quite forcefully. So we're going to do an exercise called the tiger. So we're going to make tiger claws, like so, with your hands. Then lift your arms up. I know you can't see where my hands are, I apologise. You can breathe in through your nose and exhale. So you're making like a HAA sound and you're kind of growling a little bit. Then you're going to rake those claws up your legs and up your body as you inhale through the nose. Tiger growl. Lean forward slightly. Yes, you feel silly, it's fine. Rake up the legs. One more time. Let out all of the hate. Sit back up. Good stuff. Now we're going to return to everyone's favourite Qigong exercise. Shaking. So start with the hands, breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth, do what you want with them, shake them about, get the elbows involved, they're missing out, get the shoulders into it, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, you can let the head bob around, you can sway about a bit, move forward, move backward. You can do a bit of this if you're so inclined. Remember to breathe out through the mouth. Just let go of that tension. Slow it down and relax. And now I could go to sleep because I didn't sleep well last night. And I'm not going to because there's more to do. We're going to get into the flowing portion now. We've done a bit of a warm up. We've let out some of the demons. Now we're going to take in some good energy with slow deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose, and some gentle flowing movements as we do so. So this is the 5 element set, which the elements correspond to, what don't they correspond to? Times of the year, directions on the compass, sense organs, so like eyes, ears, nose, whatever the rest of them are, the organ systems in the body, colours of light, the list goes on. So we will start, as often is the case, with the metal element, which is the lungs, which is represented by a white light. And the lungs are to do with like the immune system and breathing, obviously. But in TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, when we talk about the lungs, we're talking about the lung organ system. So not just literally the lungs itself, but other things that it relates to. So other functions in the body include elimination of all sorts. Breathing, pooping, letting go of stress. So we're going to let go of some stuff. Just like in the autumn, trees shed their leaves. We're going to let some crap go. These sort of negative emotions associated with the lungs, like grief and sadness. So let's let out some grief and sadness and bring in some confidence and some courage and some optimism. So we're going to bring the arms in a hoop shape, sort of around your lap zone. We're going to inhale slowly, rotate the palms at the lungs, push the hands up, don't straighten them. Just keep a hoop. That's the inhale. Just for demonstrative purposes, breathe how you want for this one. Then exhale and rotate them back down so they're pointing at the lungs and back down into a hoop. So inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. And imagine as you're doing this, you're collecting white light from the earth, shining it into your lungs here. Collecting white light from the heavens, shining it into your lungs here. Imagine your lungs glowing with white light. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Letting go. Some stuff you're feeling a bit upset about. I've been feeling a bit upset about some things recently. I had an allergist appointment yesterday. It was a situation. So I'm going to let that go. Wait, it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. Whatever. Time is an illusion. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just pause for a moment, hover the hands over the lungs, close your eyes, imagine a glowing white light in the lungs, filling them with confidence and courage and optimism and tenacity and discipline, all of the positive virtues of the medical element. Okay, sadly we can't do the too long with this image, we must crack on to the water element, which corresponds to kidneys and the season of winter. And kidneys, they're about fear and trepidation and oh dear, I've been a bit frightened about some stuff recently. So I'm going to let some of that stuff go here. I'm going to do a movement called the fountain, which corresponds well with the water element because generally it's water in fountains, unless it's chocolate. So what we do is we bring the hands back facing each other. We move them up through the centre of the body as we inhale up to about shoulder height, and then we rotate them outwards as we exhale. We'll bend forward just slightly, hinging from the hips, don't round the spine. Exhale. Back to the hands together, inhale. Drawing blue light from the earth up the spine and into the kidneys. Imagine the kidneys glowing with blue light. Inhale. Sit up. Exhale. Lean forward slightly. Inhale. The knees will get in the way a little bit. You can spread the legs a bit wider. It's easier when you're standing up, this one. Whatever you need to do. Exhale. So the positive virtues of water element are, what are they? Calmness, tranquility, peace. Sort of the opposite of getting in a faff and being very afraid of everything all the time. So let's breathe in some of that peace. And imagine the blue light glowing in your kidneys, which on your back, sort of underneath the lower ribs, quite high up. Exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale. Good stuff. Very quickly, hands on the kidneys. Close the eyes, blue light in the kidneys. Get all of that fear out with that blue light. And feel the sort of sense of peace and calm you'd feel looking out on a still lake. Maybe the moon's reflected in it, why not? Maybe the sun. Whatever time of day is your vibe, man. Up to you. Maybe stars. Okay, now we're into the season of spring. Got done autumn, winter, spring. We're in wood. Okay, so we're going to do an exercise called the tree sway. We're going to get rid of some anger and some stress. And we're going to bring in some kindness and generosity and flexibility. Like a supple tree waving in the breeze. So again, hoop shape with the arms. We're going to rotate the waist slightly to one side. Draw the arms up as you inhale. Turn back to the centre and exhale. Again, all through the nose. Turn slightly to the other side from the waist. Inhale. Back to the centre and exhale. Keep repeating. So as you draw the hands up, much like the first exercise, you rotate the palms so that they're facing you. It's easier just to see what my hands are doing. That description was awful. I'm sure you're doing it fine. So this slight twisting of the waist rings out the liver meridians. The meridians are invisible energy pathways in the body that are tapped into using acupuncture to sort of clear stagnant energy and improve the circulation of qi in the body, because qi is energy. If I forgot to go through that in the last one, that's what Qigong means. Qi is energy and Gong is work or discipline. So we're learning to work with our energy. So yes, this twisting, ringing, sort of rings out some of that stress and anger. Makes a bit of room. Positive virtues of kindness and generosity. Okay, there we go. Hands over the liver, so on your right side, just under the rib cage. You can hover them, you can hold them directly on there, whatever feels good to you. Imagine a like forest green light in your liver. It's clearing out the last of that anger and stress and bringing in kindness and generosity. Okay, liver, spring, summer, the season that we're currently in. Is it my favourite season? It's a bit hot. So we're going to do an exercise called cloudy hands. How does that correspond to the summer? I don't really know. It's from Tai Chi. You're going to bring your arms up in a hoop like so. You're going to bring one of your hands down so that the palm is facing the earth. I know you can't see it in the shot. That's okay. It's facing the earth, right? The other one is facing your chest. You're going to rotate to one side with your torso. Then you're going to switch hands so that this palm is now facing the earth, the other palm is now facing your chest. You're going to lean slightly over to this side. You're sort of shifting the weight in your butt. Like, don't go mad with it, just a little lean and a turn on the torso. Switch the hands. Little lean and a turn. Switch the hands. You can time it so that you're inhaling one way, exhaling the other way. What you're doing here is you're conferring energy from the earth. It's coming up into your hand. And as you switch, shining it into your heart. So that's the organ that corresponds to the summer. I haven't done so much before. And this reddish pinkish light, that's transforming, make me feeling a bit overexcited, a bit manic, a bit hectic, a bit frantic. Can't slow down, can't sleep, can't start talking. Those are the negative virtues of the fire element. And with this energy that we're bringing up from the earth, with this red light, we bring in a more chill version of that, where you're just like happy and joyful and loving. So inhale to one side, exhale to the other. And I mean, this hand, your hands are supposed to be moving like clouds. I haven't seen clouds move like this. I don't know what they're on about, but there we are. Okay, we'll leave it there. We'll hover the hands over the heart. You can do one front of the other like this, or you can hold it, make circles. Like that feels quite nice. And imagine like a red light shining in your heart. A reddish pinkish light. Getting rid of any sort of overwrought, overworked, can't sleep bits all over the shop, can't stop talking, sort of doing everything on double speed. Get rid of that. Bring in some like joy and love. Okay. Now, final element is, what is it, Janice? The earth element, which corresponds to the spleen. Over on this side of the body, the colour is yellow, golden yellow. The exercise is pebble in the pond. So we're going to bring the hands palm face down at about solar plexus height. Your solar plexus is where your ribs meet, just under your sternum. That's where your solar plexus is. So a ways above the belly button. So about solar plexus height. We're going to move the hands out like so, like we're gliding over a pond. Lean forward slightly. Again, don't round the back, hinge from the hips. And then we're going to bring the hands in. We're collecting energy from that pond. Exhale here through the nose. Inhale through the nose. We're bringing golden yellow energy in to the spleen. We'll recharge that spleen, because that spleen has gone a bit anxious. Right? It's been worrying about stuff. It's been ruminating. It's been overthinking. Sound familiar? We're going to bring in we're bringing in a sense of grounded stability and centeredness. Exhale, lean forward slightly, glide your hands over that pond. Inhale, sit back up. Bring that yellow light into the spleen. The spleen's over here somewhere, don't ask me exactly where. Google it, alright? Inhale. Exhale. I'm seeing on my camera this is already 24 minutes long. Whoops. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Bring some of that golden yellow light in. And hover the hands over the spleen, or hold them on the spleen. Tap the spleen, rub the spleen, give the spleen with some love. Imagine yellow light in there, filling you with a feeling of stability and knowing that you're going to be alright whatever happens. Sort of mental balance and equanimity and calmness and sort of certainty in yourself. Okay, good. We're going to end with pretty much the standard closing movement for Qigong practices is pulling down the sky, pulling down the heavens if you're so inclined. If that word freaks you out, just pull down the sky instead. So, I'm going to inhale, palms face up. Gather some heavenly chi, or just sky chi, whatever, or just some breath. Exhale, bring it down. And we're going to settle that energy in the lower dantian, which is just under your navel where we were holding our hands before for abdominal breathing. Inhale. So imagine like a glowing ball of light there, any colour that you want. And as we do these exercises, inhaling, exhaling, that light grows brighter. It can be a combination of colours, be it a rainbow, whatever. And it's like you're charging up your battery, you're storing all of that chi we've generated and circulated in this practice in your little chi reservoir. You can tap into that whenever you need it. One more time, inhale, exhale. Hands like the beginning, one palm over the other, just below the navel. Close the eyes. Just watch the breath in the belly. Try and slow it down a little. And open the eyes. We've done some Qigong. Thanks for doing that with me. I appreciate you didn't do it with me. I'm in my room on my own talking to myself. But whatever time you practice this, you're doing it with me. And I found, because I got into Qigong following YouTube tutorials, even if you're watching someone do it and they've been doing it in the past, you're not doing it live with them online, it doesn't matter. You can still kind of feel a sense of community and a sense of the goodwill from them in trying to teach you, and a sense of, there's something about doing Qigong with other people that just boosts the effectiveness of it. It's a bit like singing. It's nice to sing on your own, but if you sing with a group of people, it just kind of amplifies it, and everything kind of harmonises and just sounds more beautiful. I don't know, I'm talking nonsense, but it's just nice to practice with other people, even if the other people aren't with you at that point in time or space. So. Okay, what is my routine, and do I have time to run through it? People even see my arms and legs, probably with a big stress. Okay.